All right, when we get ready to add and subtract with imaginary numbers, we kind of need to know just a little bit about the difference between a real number and imaginary number and what standard form would be. A real number would be something like this, 5. It's a whole number, it's an integer. Square root of 7 would also be one. It's irrational. A negative number could be a real number. An imaginary is a number, a pure imaginary is a number like 5i. Or just I would be imaginary. One that's not pure imaginary is when you have a real number added or subtracted with an imaginary number. So for instance, 5 plus 3i. This would be not pure imaginary, but because it's a real number and imaginary number put together. And when we write these, we always write the real number first and the imaginary number second to say that's in standard form. So in this first example here, I have a number that's not pure imaginary, it's a real and an imaginary put together, added to another one. So when you add, you basically just go through and look for like terms. So in this case, I have -1 and +3, which is 2. And then I have +2i and +3i, which is +5i. Now, I can't do anything else with this because these are not like terms, so my answer would just be 2 plus 5i. The second one is subtracting. So on subtraction, I have to go through and distribute the negative. So I have 2 minus 3i. The opposite of 3 is -3, and the opposite of -7i is +7i. And then I go through and put like terms together. 2 and -3 is -1. And then my imaginary terms, -3i and +7i is +4i. Last example. I have lots of things to put together here. This stays just like it is. Here I have to distribute the negatives, so -3 minus i. And then here it's plus, so those all stay the same. And then I'm going to put this in standard form, so I'm going to do my real numbers first. -3 and +2 is -1. And then 2i, -i, and -3i. 2i subtract i is 1i, and 1i subtract 3i is -2i. So we treat the I kind of like it was a variable like x, we just make them like terms.